Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We greatly appreciate your time and attention as you join us for episode 9 of Masterclass 2025, where we will be exploring on how to leverage Gen AI and last mile automations to improve operational efficiency in Service Test Plus. I'm Dinesh, a product expert in Manage Engine Service Test Plus with over 4 years of dedicated experience in this area. Regardless of your experience, you will find valuable insights and practical applications that can benefit your organization. So, I would like to let you know that we have three types of editions in Service Test Plus. So, we do have Standard Edition, Professional Edition, and Enterprise Edition. So in standard edition, you will be getting incident management feature, and also you'll be getting the knowledge base where you can document all your known solutions. And in the professional edition, you will be getting all the features that is available in the standard edition. And additionally, you will be getting the asset management capability as well. And in the enterprise edition, you'll be getting all the features that is available in the professional edition, and additionally you will be getting problem management, change management, release management, project management, and CMDB module as well. So if you have any more queries regarding the editions, you can reach out to sales at manageengine.com and they will be more than happy to help you with this. So in this episode, we'll walk you through on how to integrate Zia chatbot with ChatGPT and its capabilities, and how to create custom modules that goes beyond the scope of ITSM practices, adding third-party applications and their web pages as custom widgets in Service Desk Plus. We'll see on how to customize self-service portal for requesters to display the right services, and we'll see on how to your uh, customize your dashboards and generate custom reports, and we'll be seeing on how to creating business views between CIs for impact analysis. So we also have a free consultation program for Service Test Plus instances with a live 1 hour session. So what you'll be getting is a detailed analysis of your Service Test Plus application to understand your product usage level, and a personalized list of features and recommendations to address your specific day-to-day ITSM challenges as well. So if you want to make use of this free consultation program, you can scan this QR code and register for this. Now let's move on to our first topic, which is going to be generative and predictive AI. So Service Test Plus have the capability of predictions. We can predict category and template in Service Test Plus. So let me go back to the Service Test Plus application and show you on how it works. So I'm logged in as an administrator, and under the admin section you have Zia configurations. So in the Zia configurations, Zia is nothing but a which is bot which is developed in Service Test Plus, and with the Zia we will be able to predict categories and templates. So let's say for an example, you are the requester and you're facing an issue with telephone not working. In that case, you are going to raise a request, and in the request you are typing in the subject stating that telephone is not working, right? So in at that time you will be getting a pop-up stating that there is a category which is telephone, and there is a template which is telephone not working in the Service Test Plus application already available. So Zia, based on the subject and description, it will suggest categories and template so that the requesters can mark these checkbox and they can click on apply, and these category and template will be applied automatically to the request that they are creating. So this is how you can make use of the make use of the category prediction and the template prediction. And next we have a request reopening. So let's say for an example, you have created a request stating that the telephone is not working, and the technician who has handled this particular request has resolved this particular request and have provided you a resolution for this, and he has closed the ticket as well. So in this case, what if you are replying back stating that thank you for the resolution, right? So as per the behavior of the service test plus application, if you are replying to a closed request, that request will get reopened again. So this will cause the SLA to be violated. So if the technician is going to see that request after some time, this will uh, violate that particular request. What if I say that we do have an option to avoid this, right? So we can use Zia's validate request reopening features. So I'm going to click on customize data, and here is the place where we can define where we can retain the closure or we can reopen that particular request upon the requester's reply. Let's say for an example, I'm as a requester, I'm sending in, finally the issue has been resolved, right? So this will retain the closure because we have added a data in the retain closure column right over here. And if you want to add any other reply, you can just click on add new data and you can add new replies right over here. What if I just want to reopen the request, right? So you can use reopen column right over here. So in the reopen column, you can add your own data and the request will get reopened when this particular content is sent as a reply. So this is how you can make use of the artificial intelligence that is available in the service test Plus application, which is called Zia, to make predictions and request reopenings. And now let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be integrating Service Test Plus with ChatGPT. So ChatGPT integration is available in Service Test Plus, which helps us in help desk management and make predictions and enhance the Zia capabilities. So ChatGPT integration have different features, which is searching for solutions, summarizing requests, predict approval actions, and more. So I'm going back to the Service Test Plus application, and I'm going to the admin section here where I can scroll down and see I do have a chat GPT integration. So in the chat GPT integration will be available under the apps and add-ons, and in the chat GPT integration you can provide the organization name, organization ID, and API key, and then you can integrate the chat GPT with Service Test Plus. So these are all the features that is available in the chat GPT integration. So we do have approval prediction, reopen prediction, the same as Zia, and you can ask chat GPT and reply assistant, request summarization, search solution in Zia bot is also available. So we can also provide permission for each of these features by providing whether the requester must have permission to use this particular feature, or the technician, or both should have this particular feature. So let me show you on how search for solution works. So when I go to the bottom right, I have a Ask Zia option, which is a Zia icon. So when I click on Zia icon, I can see there is some options available, which is raise a ticket, ask for a resource, need more assistance, and ask ChatGPT. So in Zia, when you click on Zia, if you have integrated Service Test Plus with ChatGPT, you will be having an option to ask GPT here. So when I click on this, this will enter into the ChatGPT. So let's say for an example, I'm facing a Windows startup issue. So I just want to search for a solution for Windows startup. So I'm typing in Windows startup issue here, and I'm entering it. And now What ChatGPT will do is it will help me with the solution for the Windows startup issue right over here. So this is the solution that is provided by the ChatGPT. And if you want to exit the ChatGPT and use Zia, you can simply click on the exit ChatGPT option right over here, and you can use Zia here. So Zia has a capability to raise a ticket as well. So I'm going to raise a ticket using this option where I can quickly put in the subject and description, and I can add the request. Let's say for let's take the same example, Windows startup issue. So here I'm typing in the subject, and I'm pasting the same subject in the description, and I'm clicking on add request. So when I add request, it doesn't add the request. It will ask you whether you have to create a new request or you would like to try the chat gpt for a solution. So this is one of the feature available in the chat gpt integration, where when you're creating a request, we have an option to try chat gpt before raising a request. So I'm clicking on yes, I would like to try chat gpt. And what this integration will do is it will read the subject and description, and it will provide you the solution for this particular issue that you are facing. So this is how you can make use of the chat gpt integration. And apart from this, we do have an option feature called summarize request. So we'll see on how summarize request works. So I'm going into the request module. This is the place where you'll be creating all your requests. So I'm just going into one of the requests that I've already created. So in this request, let's assume a scenario that we have a request where we have multiple conversations which is going on, like 100 conversations, and multiple comments are available in that particular request. So let's take a technician is handling this whole request, and he's on vacation, and you have a backup technician who is going to work on this particular request. So as a backup technician, he can't go through every hundreds of conversations again or the comments again and again, and then he has to reply to this particular request. So that will be really hard for him to do. So what we can do is you have an option for show summary here. So if you have the chat gpt integration, you can click on show summary. What ChatGPT will do is this will summarize this particular request and provide you the summary on what happened, what are all the conversations, and every details will be recorded right over here in brief. So this is how you can make use of the summary feature of ChatGPT. And apart from that, we do have predict approval action feature as well. So let's say for an example, I'm going into the approvals tab. In the approvals tab, I can click on take actions, and I can approve this particular request. So let's say the approver doesn't want to log in every time to approve this particular request. Go to this request and go to approval tab and take action and approve this particular request. Instead, I just want to reply to the mail approval mail that I received, right? So as an approver, when I reply to the mail stating that this request can be approved, the chat gpt will recognize that this is an approval mail, and it will approve the particular request automatically. So this is a prediction capability that is available. So this is how the chat gpt approval prediction works. And here you can see this approval is approved in this particular ticket by predicted by chat gpt here. So this is how you can make the chat gpt will also deny this particular request. It will reject this particular request as well based on the approval response provided by the approver. The next feature that we have in the ChatGPT integration is replying. So I'm just going to reply to this particular request, and when I do that, I do have a icon right over here for ChatGPT. So this is the reply assistant. So what happens is, let's say for an example, you want to send a reply for out of office, right? So instead of typing in each content for out of office, what if I say that ChatGPT will give you the content for this, right? So I'm typing in out of office email and I'm clicking on generate, and this will generate a out of office email for me. So what I can do is I can click on append, and this reply, this content will be appended right over here. So you can simply modify this if you want, and you can send to the request. So this is how these are all the features that is available in the chat gpt integration. Now let's move on to the next feature, that is going to be custom function, custom modules, and custom widgets. So the first is we perform operations outside the standard service test plus ui, like integrations and automations with low code custom functions. So custom functions are actionable custom functions that allows user to manipulate data in Service Test Plus and other external application. So these custom functions are built on Deluge, and which is Zoho's own proprietary scripting language, and this can be also be used in business rules, custom triggers, request timer actions, and request life cycles. So these are all the automations that are available in service test with application. So I'm going into the admin section, and when I scroll down in the developer space, I do have custom functions right over here. So when I click on custom functions, I do have created a particular custom functions right over here. So in this custom function, what I did is I've taken a simple example that when my request is created with the particular template, I just want in the subject, I just want my instance name, which is IT help desk, and also the request ID and the subject that I've input to be appended to the subject that I have created in the request. So here, let us take a good look of this particular script. In the script, we are getting the subject, and in the subject, we are adding IT help desk here, and plus we are adding request ID here, and plus we will be appending the subject that we already typed in. So this is how you will be creating a custom functions. So once this is done, let me show you on how this custom function works, right? So I'm going to save this, and once I save this, we must have a trigger or automation to trigger this particular custom functions that we have created, right? So for that, we do use custom triggers here. So I'm just clicking on custom triggers, and this will get me to the custom function that I've already created. So this is a custom function that I've already created, and the criteria that I set here is template is email attachment problem, and here is the custom function that I've already created. So the subject is the custom function that I've created, and when the template is email attachment problem, this custom functions will be triggered. So I can click on update, and let me show you on how this works. So I'm going back to the request module, and in the request module, I'm going to create a request with the template, with the criteria that is going to be email attachment problem. So I'm searching for email attachment problem, and this is the template that we uh, are going to use. So I'm going to choose a requester, and here in the subject you can see problem with email attachments. So in the subject, I just want IT help desk, the instance name, and also the request ID to be appended when I click on add request, right? So I'm going to click on add request, and let's see if that gets appended. So here you can see this is the subject where IT help desk is also appended, and also the request ID 97 is appended right over here with the email subject as per we configured in the custom function. So this is how you can make use of the custom function. The example which I provided is a simple example, but you can make a lot more in the using the custom functions. Next, we will be moving on to the custom modules. So custom modules is nothing but, as we have a request modules, problem modules, change modules, project modules, and so on, we can also create our own modules, which is called custom modules. So custom modules will help you to manage a collection of records. So let me go to the custom module that I've created, which is gateway pass here. So I'm going to gateway pass and I'm clicking on this Zoho Corporation. So let's say for an example, right? So I have an organization and I have my partners who is visiting my organization. So when they are visiting my organization, I have to provide the gateway pass for them to provide a gateway pass for them. So to do that, I need to collect their informations like their name, email address, their company name, a phone number, and all these details have to be collected to provide the gateway pass. So what we can do is I have created a particular custom module, and in this I can just collect all their informations. So I'm just going to edit this particular um, uh, custom module that I've created, and in this I have created a subform which is called partner details. So in this subform I have name, company name, designation, contact number, email address, purpose of visit, and all these informations right over here. So what if how this works is I'm going to give some name here, and then when I click on add, what it does is it will add an entry right over here. So this is how you can make collect all their informations, and these informations will be available in the custom module that you have created. So how do we create this particular form here, right? So I will go into the admin section, and in the admin section, when you scroll down, you will be having an option called custom modules under the developer space. So I'm clicking on custom module here, and I have partner details. So this is the subform that I've created. So subform is nothing but a type, a custom module type that we have. So I'm clicking on partner details, and this is the type over here. And what we can do with the subform is that we can create our own form right over here. So these are all the available fields for creating these forms. So let's take for an example. So you have an email address here. So this is an field which is specific to the email address, and contact number is the field specific to the contact number. For example, if you type in a text, it doesn't allow you to enter. You have to type in a proper contact number for it to get passed to the next field. And you also have website link, which is link specific fields. And apart from this, you can add percentage, and you can add dates. You can uh, add a field for file upload, and a lot of options are available. So once this subform is created, we can create another type which is called web tab here. So web tab is nothing but the tab that I've created in this called gateway pass. So I'm just clicking on gateway pass here, and you can go to form customizer, and here you can see the subform which I've added to this particular web tab. So what I can do is, once I create the subform, I can simply drag and drop this subform to this particular gateway pass web tab that I've created, and I can save this, and this partner details subform will be added to the web tab. And you have titles and descriptions, and you can have add attachments as well. So once you save this, you will be having a web tab where you can add and collect all your informations. And apart from this, you do have sub entity. Sub entity is nothing but when I go to the gateway pass, I do have task and commits. So in the sub entity, I can add my own tasks, which is similar to the request module, and I can also add comments right over here. So these are all the sub tabs that is available. So this is how you can make use of the custom module. So you can, it is not only for gateway pass. So whatever scenarios that you have in your organization for collecting informations, you can make use of this. And the next thing that we have is going to be adding custom widgets in your dashboards, self-service portal, and module-based details page. So ServiceDesk Plus has the capability of adding custom widgets. So what we can do is we will be seeing on how we can add it for dashboards, right? So I'm going back to the ServiceDesk Plus application, and in the application I do have a dashboard tab here. So in the dashboard tab, let's assume a scenario that in you have a Google form, and in the Google form you have recorded all your technicians availability over there. So what if you just want to add all these technicians availability to this particular dashboard, right? So you can create a widget using this particular new widget option, and you can click on external widgets here. So in the external widgets, you can type in the widget name and the website address. Website address is nothing but the Google form link. So it is not only for Google form, just an example which I'm providing here. So once I do that, and if I click on add, I have the Google form right over here. So a Google form will be created right over here. So here you can see the Google form that is available, and I have added this as a widget. And you can see you can make changes, and if you make changes to this, all these changes will be reflected to this as well. So this will be more than helpful for the technicians to see the availabilities, and you can use the custom widget features for other scenarios as well. And the next thing that we have is going to be self-service portal. So you do have an option to add custom widgets for self-service portal as well. So let me log into the let me log in as a requester here. So I'm going to the requesters page, and Charles is a requester. So I'm logging in as Charles here. So once I log in, the first page that I'm going to see here is going to be the self-service portal. So what if I just want to add my IT policies as an organization? I want to add the IT policies in this particular self-service portal of the requesters, so the requesters can see that, right? So I'm going back to the administrators login and going to the advanced portal settings. So in the advanced portal settings, you do have customizations here, and you can click on configure, and in this you can see the template that I'm using for self-service portal. So I can click on edit, and I can simply go to the widgets here, and in the widgets I can click on add, and I can add HTML right over here. So once you choose a HTML and click on add, a IT policy that I've already added has will be added right over here. So this is what I've added as an HTML as a widget, and you can see that right over here. So let me go back to the requesters login, and let me show you on how it can be viewed. So going back to the requesters login, who is Charles, and when I scroll down, I can see the IT policies of that particular requesters. So I'm going back to the next feature, which is called module-based details page for custom widgets. So I'm going to the administrator's login again. And what if I told you that you have an option to uh, schedule the meetings right from your request details page, right? So yes, we can do that. So I'm just going into the request module here, and in the request module, I'm clicking on any of the tickets. So let's click on network slowness, and here you do have an option to integrate or connect your Zoom meeting right over here. So this is not only for Zoom meeting, you can also connect your Teams meeting, and you can also use Team viewers as well. So you can simply click on Start Meeting, and you can schedule your own meeting right from here. So you can invite this, and you can end session, and you can enter the session as well. So this is how you don't need to go ahead to the Zoom app, and you can create a link and send it to the custom requesters, and this will be a huge burden. So instead, you can have it in as a widget in the request details page here. So once you have this, you can simply send an invite to the requester. So this is not only the place where you can have the Zoom widget, you can also have it right over here near the history tab. And also you can use that as a separate module as well. So when you click on it, it will we have it as a separate module as well. So how this can be created, right? So I can go to the admin section, and I can go to connections here. So in the developer space, you have connections where I can add connections between a Zoom application and the ServiceDesk Plus application. So once I made the connection, what I can do is I can go to the custom widgets here, and in the custom widgets, I can just upload the zip folder which I'll get from the connections, and then the Zoom widgets will be added. So in the configurations tab, you can define on where you must have this particular Zoom widgets to be visible, whether you have to visible it in request details tab, or dashboards, or web tabs can be defined right over here. So these are all the features regarding the custom functions, custom modules, and custom widgets. Now let's move on to the next feature, which is self-service portal customization. So we can customize the self-service portal using either a GUI based or code based automations. So I'm going back to the administrator's login, and in the administrator's login, I'm going to the advanced portal settings, and in the advanced portal settings, I'm going to the customization and configure. And here is the templates that you can use for requesters homepage. So these are all the predefined templates that is already available for requesters. And if you would like to create a new template from scratch, you can use create new option right over here, and you can create your own template for self-service portal. So self-service portal, as I showed you, it is the place where requesters land when they log into the application. Now let's move on to the next one, which is going to be choose from a plethora of pre-built requester portal templates built for IT facilities and HR instance. So for IT facilities and HR instance, we will be having predefined templates here. So I hope you all know that we do have ESM capabilities where we can create multiple service test plus instance in the service test plus here for different business functions. For example, this is the IT help desk, which is the default one, and you can create HR instance, facilities instance, and you can have a separate set of admin configurations and requests for these separate instances. So let's go into the admin section and go to the service catalog here. So service catalog is the place where you can create templates for service requests, and here you can see some of the default templates that is already available when you install Service Test Plus for the first time. So you have request a CRM account, so you can request account deletion from Active Directory. So these are all templates that is already available. So if you want to make changes to this, you can make changes, and or you can create new templates for your requirement as well. Let's take another example. For example, if you go to hardware service category, you will have request a laptop template, request a new desktop template. So let me click on request a laptop, and this will load me the default template that is right over here. So this is how you can make use of it, and if you want to add more fields, you can just drag and drop and add these fields right over here. And it's like similar to this, we do have it for HR and facilities. So those are all the templates that is related to IT. So what if I'm going into the HR instance? So this is the HR instance here. I'm going into the service catalog, and in the service catalog, I can see different templates which is related to HR. So here, HR payroll data request, which is employee data request, a template for employee work certificate, a template for updating reporting manager, and all this is available. So let's say for an example, if you want to do a designation change, you have a separate template for this. Like this, you do also have it for facilities as well. So for facilities, I'm going into the service catalog, and in the service catalog you do have separate template for related to facilities, which is floor plan access and new space request. And apart from this, you do have it for fixture, new cabinet request, new locker request, and all these templates are available as by predefined. So let's move on to the next thing, which is called customized request portal settings, like enabling reminders for end users, request based settings, and more. So I'm just going back to the requesters login here. And in the requesters log, let me just refresh this. And I'm going into the requesters login, and I have the ability to create a view the change request. So in the change request, I'm clicking on one of the change requests, and here I do have an option to add the reminders right over here. So the requester themselves can add reminders, and they can make use of it. So I'm going back to the next thing, which is request based settings. So the requesters also have request based settings as well. So I'm going into the IT help desk, and inside IT help desk, you can go to the advanced portal settings, and in the advanced portal settings you have requesters. So in the requesters page, you do have settings which is related to requester. Let me give you an example. So when requester replies to the closed request, what we have to do, so either we have to always or reopen that particular request, or reopen request within a specific days from close time, and otherwise I need to create a new request, or I can append the reply to request as conversation and notify the technician, or I can always create as new request. And apart from this, you do have you can define on whether requester can edit incident request or service request, or they don't need, you can disable this if you don't want them to edit these requests. So like this, you do have several options available for requesters, and you can enable or disable according to your business requirements. And let's move on to the next thing, which is enable other users to personalize the theme and font of the self-service portal, or select a specified brand theme from the theme settings. So I believe you all know about the theme settings that is available in ServiceDesk Plus. So under the UI customization, you do have themes here. So this is the place where you can customize your tabs, you can customize the header background, you can customize your primary button background, and all these can be customized, and also you can change your font styles as well. So what if you can allow the other users to personalize their theme, font, and navigation layout and everything, right? So I'm going back to the requester's login, and in the requester's login, this is the theme that the requester has created. So in the tab here, they have the black, and here in the when you click on some tabs, it shows in red, right? Or I just want to enable the night mode here, right? So they can customize according to their requirements. So what if you don't want them to personalize their own theme or fonts or navigation layout, right? So you can just disable this particular option right over here. So you can, once you disable this option and click on save, when I refresh this particular page of the requester, it will go back to the configurations which is mentioned in the administrator's login. So this is the themes that I've mentioned in the administrator's login, and that will be applied in this particular requester. So this is how you can make use of the themes feature here. And let's move on to our next feature, which is going to be visualizing service desk metrics. So we can keep tabs on various asset metrics like asset depreciation, loaned asset, and software reports with pre-built reports. So for asset depreciation and loaned assets and software reports, we do have predefined reports here. So I'm going into the reports tab, and I'm when I these are all the predefined reports that is available. So I'm just typing in depreciation here, and in the depreciation, I do have some predefined reports that is already available when you install the Service Test Biz application. And apart from this, I do have asset loan reports as well. So I can type in loan, and this will take me to the loaned asset report. So when I click on this particular report, this will show me which are all the loaned assets that are available. So this will help us with monitoring the asset metrics that is available in your application. So another example that we can try to monitor is that you can go to the software here. So in the software, what I've done is I have software by manufacturer. So this is a default report, and I've added a graph right over here in this particular report. So in the software by manufacturer, I can see all the softwares based on the manufacturers right over here. So what I'm going to do is I just want to add this particular report to the dashboard for an easy access. So what I can do is I can click on add to dashboard here, and I can click on add. So I'm going to choose which tab I just want to add this dashboard to. So I'm going to click on asset dashboard and click on add, and this widget has been added successfully. So let's go back to the dashboard and see how it looks. So I'm going into the asset dashboard tab here, where we have uh, added the dashboard report, and you can see this is the report that is added right now. So this is how you can make use of the dashboards and reports to monitor the asset metrics of that is available in the service test based application. So now let's move on to the next thing, which is build customized reports to visualize asset specific metrics. So in case if you don't want to use any of the predefined reports that is already available, which I shown right now, but you just want something which is you want to customize, right? You can use custom report for this. So you can click on new report, custom report, and in this you do have an option to click on all assets here, and in the all assets I can click on proceed to report wizard, and I can choose all the columns which is required, like asset name, asset state, and everything. And then I can filter depending on the date filters. Like you can use a created time of the asset, last modified time of the asset, and everything. And you can also do the advanced filtering, and you can group by this column. So for example, I can group by using the asset name, And after doing that, I can also add different types of charts here. So I do have different types of charts, and I can add charts here. And once I've added, I can group by x-axis. So I'm going to choose asset name here, and when I run the report, this will help me with the report right over here. So this is how you can make use of the custom report. And in case if this custom report doesn't meet your requirement, you can use a query report for this. So when you click on new report, you have query reports. In this query reports, if you let us know the use case on what you are trying to achieve, we will be providing you with the query for to fetch all those informations if it is something complicated. And apart from this, if you want to schedule the reports, we do have an option where you can schedule the reports according to your requirements. And this is the feature. And the next feature that we have is business views. So this business views, we built extensive business views to visualize the IT infrastructures for impact analysis. I'm going into the administrator login again, and here I do have an module called CMDB. So CMDB is nothing but it is a place where I can uh, create a relationship between the critical configuration items in your organization. So let's say for an example, right? So you have a data center in your organization, and there has been a power supply which has gone for that particular data center because of some natural disaster. So in that case, what we can do is we have to analyze the impact on what are all the CIs which are affected because of this. What are all the assets that are affected in the organization because of the data center problem, right? So to do that, we can create a business view here. So what I've done is I have created a business view called data center. So when I click on it, this will show me the relationship of this particular data center between the assets that are available in the organization. This is not only the assets, you can also see the relationship between the users as well. So when I hover over to this data center, you can see this data center is managed by Anthony here. And this data center has SDP VM in it. And this data center has these two machines as well. And it has a rack, it has a storage device, and all these relationships can be seen right from here. And one of the important thing is that what if you just want to see the relationship of the assets that are available in the data center, right? So you can just go ahead to this, and you can click on this particular relationship icon here. And once you click on this, you can see what is the relationship of this particular server that is available in the data center. So this server is used by Charles, and this server has a Windows server running in it, right? So this is how you can create relationship between the critical CIs in your organization so that you can analyze the impact here. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be integrating Service Test Plus with OpManager and Site24x7. So OpManager is nothing but it is a manage engine product which helps us to monitor the network devices in the network devices in your organizations. So I'm going. This is the OpManager console here. So I'm in the settings, and when I go to integration here, so this is the place where I can configure the service test plus integration. So in this, you can mention the server name and the technician key of service test plus. And when there is an alert received in OP Manager, a new ticket will be created here, right? Right from this option. And these are all the alerts that are coming in for on this OP Manager application. So these are all some of the network devices, and the alerts are coming in that these network devices has issues. So once you get the alerts, you will be a ticket will be created in Service Desk Plus. So you can manage the ticket in Service Desk Plus here. So upon saying that, we do also do have sync relationship option to Service Desk Plus as well. So in OP Manager, as I said before, you can manage your network devices, right? So with OP Manager, you can also create a relationship with OP Manager. So when you enable the sync device relation to service testers option, you can go to the OP Manager. So this is the relationship that is created in OP Manager. For example, if there is an HP switch which is connected to all these servers right over here, and we have a relationship for this. And what if you just want to sync this relationship to Service Test Plus? You can do that using this sync relationship option, which I showed right over here. So when you enable this option, this is how it will be shown. The same relationship in OP Manager, which I showed here, will be synced to Service Test Plus, and this is how it will be seen in the Service Test Plus application in the CMDB module. So this is how you can make use of the relationships of Service Test Plus and OP Manager. So this is all about today's masterclass, and we'll quickly see on the recap on what we have discussed. So we saw on how to integrate Service Test Plus with ChatGPT to enhance the user experience. We saw on the prediction capabilities of Zia on fields like categories, approvals, and templates, and custom functions to perform operations outside the standard Service Test Plus UI. We just created custom modules so that you can manage a collection of records, and we see on how to display details with the help of custom widgets from the third party application, and we saw on how to customize self-service portal according to your organization's requirement, and we saw the pre-built and custom reports and how to add them to the dashboard, and on how to create business views with CIs for impact analysis. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time, and have a great day. I hope this masterclass was informative and insightful. Thank you so much again, and have a great day. Bye bye.